The following is a presentation of TFNN. The Money Masters. Call now, toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-445-1044. Now, Tom O'Brien and Tommy O'Brien.
Welcome, folks. We appreciate you growling and prowling with us out here. Right now, we have the Dow Industrials up 3. Get the NASDAQ up 4. S&Ps are up 2.5. We have the gold contract down $4.60 at $11.72. Silver's off 21 cents at $17. You have the copper contract down 2 pennies at $2.61. Oil's up 71 cents, $50.47 a barrel. 10-year note down 13 ticks, 124.13. 30-year bond off a 1.5 at 149.26. King dollar up to 827 ticks at 101.09. The euro's down 131 ticks at 106. The yen is at 114. Another day in volatility. We got the European Central Bank, Tom, extending their stimulus, but they're bringing the monthly one down a bit. But talking about a couple $1 trillion, not bad.
Good morning, man. I know. You know, what's nice, I always can be super productive when I wake up, just like you, and you get some time at home, right? I'm obviously at home right now. And so what's great is I'm doing a lot of work and not having to drive in. I have the press conference up. And then I have on the Nadex platform the Euro US dollar up at the same time.
Oh, what a move, right?
Oh, man, pretty cool for sure.
Huge, absolutely huge.
Yeah.
Let's go over to our man, Mr. Kevin Hinks from TD Ameritrade Thinkorswim. We talk about options, folks. When you talk about defined risk, every trading day right here, 12 to 1 Eastern Standard Time. Kevin, Scott Connor have an amazing show. You can get it no matter where you are right now, okay? Just go right on your cell phone, noontime. Go to TFNN.com, hit Tiger TV. You're going to be able to understand options upside down, folks. Kevin Hinks, what's going on?
Good morning, Tom. Good morning, Tommy. Tom, we have some stimulus divergence.
Oh, man. I'm telling you, man. It's tricky in the aspect of, okay, just before you came on, you see the dollar takes off. And I was looking at the commodities and said, it's interesting, man. For a move like this, they're not getting killed. In fact, wheat is up at 1%. And, crude's up 1%, lean hogs up 1.6. I'm saying to myself, okay, man, let's see if this is going to hold. It's going to be,
Do you remember a time, Tom, in your trading career where you had the United States raising interest rates and, for all intents and purposes, the Eurozone lowering interest rates, going in opposite directions? I don't think I ever can recall that.
No. And, in fact, folks, what Kevin's talking about, this is how crucial it is just to wrap your head around this. In the 90s, okay, even when you're trading equities, we'd be trading that off the 30-year bond, right? It was like, because, the bonds didn't move like they did now, folks. If the 30-year bond was moving 2 or 3 ticks, it's like, okay, man, the equities want to go up or down. It was that dramatic, too, and that stuck for years, okay? But guess what? not anymore.
Yeah, Tom, remember the days, there used to be a day where you went into bonds to avoid volatility.
Right.
That's where you escaped the volatility, was in bonds. Now bonds are as volatile as any instrument being traded.
They are. And in fact, when you look at the leverage, it's more volatile, right? You can make that case.
Right.
3% down for a $100,000 bond? Really?
Exactly. I mean, so you talk about leveraging money and notional value and controlling notional value for the minimal amount of margin. Oh,
seriously,
man.
Hey,
and that's what makes futures so attractive to intermediate to advanced traders.
That's right. In fact, that's right. Today's Futures Day. That's
Futures Day.
I like that. Yeah.
That's right. What a segue.
There's no doubt, folks. And what Scott and Kevin do, okay, you get it 5 days a week. Thursdays is futures. And you want to understand futures, folks. You want to understand all these aspects. And you know what's so cool, Kevin, is that I think if people really get to understand, it's better really understanding one instrument at a time. If you don't have to understand it all at once, because there's no way you can. It's just it's a long process. Do you know what I mean?
Expand your knowledge slowly
Yes.
and comfortably, right? Don't bite off. How do you eat an elephant? One bite at a time. Get good at one thing and then move to the next, instrument and keep moving. Believe me, when I was a young trader, I traded GE.
Yes.
That's it, until I was really good at that. Then I expanded into PepsiCo and Humana Healthcare, and as slowly as I got better, good at GE, then I expanded my universe into other names. So that's what we teach on swim lessons. Get good at one thing.
That's a fact.
Then you'll be able to outperform. I always, thought I could make money when others couldn't because I was an expert at GE, right? And trading GE. And I could make money out of there when sometimes there was no money to be made.
Right.
And I prided myself on that and getting good at those little things. That's part of trading, though. You know that. Get comfortable with what you're trading.
It is. And what does happen is that different equities have different personalities. There's different movements. And that what helps tremendously when you actually do that. And, when we're talking markets right now, the moves are larger. So what really does happen is that the opportunity is better because the moves are larger, folks. And when Kevin and I are talking, whether it's the 90s, the spreads are huge. You can go into an equity and you're losing $250 as soon as you start, or $125. I mean,
right.
We're not dealing with that anymore, thank God.
Right. We have discussions on that all the time about making sure that the instrument you're trading is liquid enough for you to get in and out, things like that.
Big time.
So we're going to talk about all of it today on Swim Lessons.
12 o'clock right here, folks. Go to TFNN.com on your cell phone. Hit Tiger TV. Kevin, thanks so much. You have a great day, safe day.
Always a pleasure, guys. Thanks for having me.
Absolutely. Tommy and I are coming right back, folks. You stay right there. Dow's down 14, Nasdaq's up 1, S&P's are up $1.50. We're going to be right back.
Larry Pesavento has just started his brand new service, Fibonacci 24/7, and he's already delivering content to his subscribers on a daily basis when the market's opened and even on weekends. Each Monday, you'll receive Larry's written report that provides detailed commentary and a summary on the charts and videos that Larry sends out. And throughout the week, when warranted, Larry will send out via charts or videos or both the key markets that he is watching during the day. This will be up-to-the-date, active trading information that will help you in your daily trading. In Larry's first week alone, he sent out 25 charts, 6 videos, and a full report to his subscribers in just 1 week. If you're a technical trader that uses patterns and retracements to trade, then Larry's service Fibonacci 24/7 is something that you must try. Right now, new subscribers can get a full 30-day money-back guarantee. With nothing to risk, sign up now to Larry Pesavento's Fibonacci 24/7 by visiting the front page of TFNN.com under Trading Newsletters.
Platinum, grains, crude oil, gold, copper, cattle, hogs, gasoline, natural gas, coffee, cotton, cocoa, and sugar. These are just some of the commodities mentioned in the most recent issue of Andy Hecht's Techno-Mental Commodity Report. Andy publishes his weekly newsletter every Thursday morning, where he breaks down the commodity market and provides his subscribers with specific trading recommendations based on his trading methodology. By signing up for a free trial to the Techno-Mental Commodity Report, you'll get a full 30 days to try out this powerful newsletter service and see for yourself the types of trades Andy has recommended for his subscribers. When you sign up for a 30-day free trial, you're under no obligation to pay anything. And should you decide to continue, you will lock in the low rate of only $79 a month. Sign up right now for the Techno-Mental Commodity Report and make sure you're ready to catch the next big trade in commodities. For more information and to get started today, visit the front page of TFNN.com.
You know what's cool? Taking something that's good for you. Something specifically formulated to help with weight loss, better sleep, stress reduction, and the need to detox.
Nico, our hunter and gatherer ancestors found all their nutritional requirements for health in their wild environment. But today, our food sources no longer contain the vitamins, minerals, and nutrients our bodies need to stay healthy and strong.
That's why we need Primal Edge Daily Nutrition. It includes a special blend of ionic, soil-based vitamins, minerals, fatty, and amino acids in an easy-to-use liquid form.
Primal Edge is powered by highly concentrated fulvic and humic acids, nature's preferred delivery system. They have been called miracle molecules because, like sunlight, air, and water, life cannot exist without them.
That's right, Paige. They ensure we receive all the nutrition we need to be healthy and thrive. We take it every morning.
Primal Edge, formulated and approved by Nico and Paige of Living a Primal Lifestyle. Buy it today for just $89. Click on the Primal Edge banner on the front page of TFNN.com. We take your phone calls now. Toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-445-1044.
Welcome back, folks. Dow right now is down 10. You get the NASDAQ up 3. S&Ps are up $1.50. And if we go inside the Dow, Tom, take a look at the strength versus the weakness. I mean, the Dow had a heck of a day yesterday, man.
Oh, man, right?
Seriously. So
some days just it's funny how it can creep up, right? In terms of we got off the show, and I was pretty busy, and I didn't look up for a few hours, and that was quite a few hours I missed.
Oh, and you know what happened yesterday, folks, and this is important to understand what Tommy's saying, is that, and I brought this up in the daytime, is that the creeping up is exactly what it did, and what that did is that it stopped the trend, okay, which is the basically a fear and a greed gauge, right?
Yes.
It stopped that from going lower, and it also stopped the ticks from going higher. And so when you're looking at like overblown markets, that's what you normally get. And I was looking at that and I'm saying to myself, this is amazing, man, that it is going up so dramatically. And there is, I would look at that, there wasn't greed. There wasn't this, I had to buy. It was a steady deal all day long. Okay.
There really was. I just pulled up a chart. I mean, even, jumping around 11 o'clock, it was at 19,260, right? And then by 12:15, it was at 325.
Right.
And then, 1:15, it was at 390. I mean, I'm looking at a 5-minute chart, and there's literally select few red bars where it was just a constant.
There's no
uptick.
doubt. There's no doubt. It was just that's right. It was a slow push all day long.
Yeah.
Now, when we take a look at this,
until like 2 o'clock, until like 2 o'clock, and then that's when it was up like 300 points though, and then Yeah.
So if we go into the Dow, just the strength versus the weakness out here, what you have this morning, Apple's the strength. That's up 0.6%. Cisco's up 0.5. Travelers is up 0.5. Taken away from it is Pfizer's down 1%. Cat's down 0.9, and United Technologies down 8. So not any real action. No, the action has been here, no doubt, meaning there's no one really pushing things around. Inside the NDX 100, the leader out here is Costco. That's up 3%, $4.78. They come out with their numbers last night. It was intriguing there, too, is that they didn't make their gross numbers, but their net numbers come out pretty good.
Okay.
eBay is up 2.4%. Autodesk is up 2%, and you get Yahoo up 1.3%. Taken away from it is Gilead is down 2.2%. Western Digital's off 2%. Express Scripts is down 1.9%. And Seagate Technology is down 1.8%. As we were talking about the European Union out here this morning, this is going to be the move. And watch this, folks. If you haven't test drove the Nadex platform, now I wasn't trading either the dollar or the euro out here this morning, but that was the place to be. It's not even close. You're talking about a move, and I'll put this up intraday so you can kind of see the intensity of this move.
more like intra-hour, but go ahead, right?
Intra-hour, no doubt.
It's still continuing though. It's over multiple hours for sure.
It is.
Yeah.
You're talking about at 7:40 Eastern Standard Time, the euro spiked to 108.74, and then stayed there. Maybe, who knows whether this is a few seconds or what, okay? But bottom line, then spikes all the way down to 106.44. And right now we're 106.25.
Yeah.
We go to the dollar index. If you want to see this, and this is where this is going to get intriguing watching the rest of the day, folks. And what it is, all of these, well, the only one that I can get volume out of that is consistent volume is the dollar index. The reason being, folks, in the dollar index, this is trades in the future market, and so there's consistency over the course of years on this, okay? And intraday, what you have here now is that we have a high volume swing low. So it's like, okay, that's going to get tested, and that's down at 99.49. So you spike down there first, you have the volume, and simultaneously what we did is this. Now watch how this goes. we broke the B point of a potential ABC structure on the way down, and I suspect by the end of today it's going to be with volume. We broke the December 5th B point of 99.87. And that had monster volume, was 80,000. But guess what? We're at 59,000 right now.
Yeah.
You know?
It'll be a big day, I'm sure, with
no doubt.
Yeah.
And now we'll just finish up with the gold contract. So gold just did the opposite, meaning that, watch the spikes on gold intraday. First spike was down to, well, the first spike didn't get to the lows. The first spike, because we're talking the same at 740, folks. So the first spike got you to 1174.20. Then they bring it down to 1170. And this here, though, guess what? You actually have volume pushing into the bars from yesterday with volume. So that's saying that, to me, that's saying that, guess what? That 1182.30 wants to get hit. So it's going to be wild watching this whole thing shake out, man.
Sure, yeah.
The market itself, I don't know if you got to listen to Larry's show.
I was listening to some of it, I was.
Yeah, so they were talking about the Bradley indicator, folks, and Shane, which is his guest, great guest, great technical guy. It was pretty amazing listening to it because the Bradley is setting up that you can be at a high from now until, I think he was talking about next November, meaning, it keeps going higher and higher and higher. Now,
sure.
What does happen here is the Bradley can get inverted in about a second, folks. But I'm gonna look at that again. There's no doubt, man. Because
sure.
It's like to the moon, Alice. Is that what this is all about?
It's looked like it recently, right?
There's no doubt, man.
For sure.
There's no doubt.
Yeah.
We take a look at some of the higher volume stocks. Well, here, watch this. I got to do this. The 52-week highs first. No, and I'm not a bull. One of the guys, the Tigers, said, wow, Tom the Bull. The best thing that I heard in that interview, actually, was that things are different this time. And I respect Shane big time, but things are never different. That's if I've learned anything in the marketplace, that's the mantra. And,
sure.
I can understand why people think it's different. There's no doubt. And that has to do with the Fed. That has to do with everything else.
Yeah.
If we take a look at the 52-week highs out here, you have, let's see, how many we have? We have 477 new highs, or at highs. Yesterday, Tom, this was at 640 new highs.
Yesterday was a big day, like we said, right?
Yeah.
For sure.
Now watch this one. As to new lows, you only have 11 new lows in the marketplace.
Well, in fairness, not to even chuckle, right? But who's making new lows today? That's not like...
And you know what? That you want to pay attention to that, folks, because that's pretty sick. And one of them up here is Gilead.
Gilead, yeah.
Gilead. It's like, okay, what's wrong with you, Gilead?
Yeah.
And Gilead, of course, is a big biotech. It's been on a one-way trip. It was trading at $123 in June of 2015, and now you're at 71 bucks. So... you stay right there, folks. Tommy and I are coming right back. Our phone number is 877-927-6648. And as our man Dave White just put there, this is a great quote by Sir John Templeton. The four most dangerous words in investing are, it's different this time. You stay right there. Tommy and I are coming right back, folks.
Today, it's hard to tell if the economy is coming or going. Regardless, I want my money going in the direction I choose. If that's your stance as well, then you want to know how Everbank can help keep your money thriving just the way you want. Is growing your money a priority? Everbank is committed to a yield pledge promise to pay high yields on your checking, money market, and CD balances. Looking to diversify? Everbank ingeniously developed accessible ways to spread your money around the world into foreign currencies and even non-FDIC insured metals. And when it comes to your wealth, they bring a highly experienced and global perspective to help you manage it. Everbank's financial philosophy flies in the face of the status quo. They believe your money's performance should not be determined by today's economic circumstances, but by the drive to rise above them and create opportunities that favor your objectives. If that excites you like it does me, visit everbank.com/TFNN to find out what they can do for you. Again, that's everbank.com/TFNN. Visit them today. Everbank is a member FDIC and equal housing lender.
If you're an active trader looking for that extra edge when it comes to trading and investments, then now is a great time to get a 2-week free trial to Tom O'Brien's daily market letter, Market Insights. Tom O'Brien's daily newsletter, Market Insights, comes out every market day at around 9:30 a.m. and provides Tom's daily commentary on the broad market, including the Dow, NASDAQ, and S&P, plus specific trade recommendations. There's even an update published most afternoons to keep you informed about the day's market activity. He'll give you the entry price, price target, and stop price of each stock and option trade. With Market Insights, there's nothing left to guessing. For all the details and to get your 2-week free trial to Market Insights started today, visit TFNN.com.
TFNN is excited to offer a brand new piece of market scanning software unlike anything the industry has ever seen. John Logan and his team have spent years developing their market profile tools to finally be able to release the TAS Profile Scanner Plus. And right now you can get a 2-week trial absolutely free just by visiting TFNN.com and providing us your name and email address. The TAS Profile Scanner Plus is the premier market profile-based scanner in the industry. Powered by the acclaimed TAS proprietary algorithms, this feature-rich scanner is a standalone desktop software that instantly filters over 2,500 global financial markets such as stocks, ETFs, commodity futures, and Forex. Within 3 minutes of signing up, you can have the software downloaded and running on your computer with a complete roadmap of market indicators and inflection points to trade off using the TAS Profile Scanner Plus. Sign up today and try this amazing piece of software by visiting TFNN.com.
This segment is brought to you by Think or Swim. For more information, just click the Think or Swim banner on the front page of TFNN.com.
Welcome back, folks. Dow right now is down 6. You get the NASDAQ up 11. S&Ps are up 250. And let's go over to that natural gas market for a second.
I know. I remembered in the break, we just got so busy that we had natural gas numbers at 10:30.
No doubt. And simultaneously, I'm trying to do something else at the same time. Okay.
Of course you are. Perfect.
Let me just pull the UNG up for a second and see where we're at here. So the UNG would just tell us what kind of movement we got here. Well,
sure.
There's not much.
I'm pulling up natural gas within the Nadex platform.
Oh, good. Okay.
Yeah, so right now, natural gas, we're looking at the January contract. Not much movement, like you said. It's trading at about 366. We've gotten some movement. Looked like a spike up. It was trading at 364 coming into this bar about. So it's rising up to almost 367 now.
Okay.
Maybe you can see if you can pull up those numbers.
Let's see what they have to say. That's funny. It's not just coming up. Secular demand power shift long term. Yeah, I'll find this thing.
Yeah, it looks like something definitely just came out. This 1030 bar is bigger than the previous.
Yeah, no, it makes sense. They're supposed to come out at 1030, no doubt. There we go. Okay. So U.S. natural gas stockpiles fell 42 BCF. National.
And does it say the estimate there? I'm pulling up your screen as you.
Medium estimate. Oh, this is pretty wild. It looks like the medium estimate was exactly the number.
Okay.
42 BCF, yeah.
Yeah.
It fell 42 BCF.
So they expected a decline of 42 billion cubic feet, and that's what they got.
That's amazing, right? We haven't seen that for a while.
Right. No, and that would explain why it's not moving that much. And even since we've been chatting, it's back down to about 365.2. So it's right at where the 1030 bar actually opened now. So no movement at all.
Oh, pretty wild. And, yesterday, folks, we did that oil trade. And so thus far, that ended up losing $10 on each side.
Yeah.
Because right at the very end, folks, what ended up happening is you had a little surge there. So we'll
you had about $49 of risk for the two contracts combined, and you ended up getting back like
actually, it's not that bad. No, I got $92 back in general, and that's it wasn't as bad as I thought.
Sure.
Yeah. So, but that's we didn't win. So.
That's right.
That's the name of the game.
There's varying degrees of losses, as marginal break even versus an entire loss.
Oh, there's no doubt, man. There's no doubt. I just wanted to give him an update, right?
Definitely.
That draw is not bad. And what we're doing here, folks, okay, is that we're keeping that track record to see where this shakes out, because I'm curious as to see, like, after we do 50 trades, are we up or are we down? Do you know what I mean? Right?
Definitely.
We've only done 2 so far.
We'll get there.
Yeah. No, I know.
Yeah, right. Because what we'll have too that we can do that we're going to add in there, right, is even, there'll be days where we have like the earnings of some of the bigger tech companies where you can do a similar trade at one of the 415 daily indices.
That's right.
And stuff like that. So it's not just waiting for the Wednesdays and Thursdays. There's, other things that you can do, whether it's even the type of trade, and we'll see when the Fed makes their decision, the U.S., when Janet Yellen makes that decision, that might be an opportunity for an indice hedge or something like that.
No, and what we're trying to do here, folks, is that, what we are doing, not trying to do, is that we're looking for the volatility in those trades.
Sure.
So we're not looking for a one-way move, which I love looking for. Okay,
right.
So I'm doing that too, but that's a whole different ballgame. But it's looking
and
for
realistically, we're getting the short time frame ones, just looking for news-driven volatility in either direction.
Right.
Right. So maybe when the Fed announces at 2 o'clock, we don't even get the dailies, right? We just get like the 3 o'clocks or something like that.
Oh, for sure. Yeah.
Right.
Why pay for them, right?
Exactly.
Yeah. Oh, what was interesting here? I got to do this. I got to bring this up for a second. CLF, because yesterday, didn't we look at the 12 o'clocks too? That was.
No, I believe we did look at the 12 o'clock.
So let me just see what happened yesterday at 12. So CLF.
So the 12 o'clocks had a different pivot point, though, too. I'm sure you remember. People remember. And that was the difference as well.
I would have needed 25 more cents, right?
Yeah. It would have been 49.25, I believe, if I'm remembering the numbers correctly, instead of 49.50.
Oh, this is 50, interesting, 50. Man. Oh, I wouldn't have got it. Okay, so at 12 o'clock, what happened is this, folks, is that we were in the money pretty good. It was at 49.81 at 10:40. And then right at 11 o'clock, it gets up to, I knew it wasn't 50, it was like 49 something, okay? And then at 12 o'clock, though, it was at 49.94. But I would have needed another 25%. So
yeah.
Remember?
What was the low? 49.80 something? It did. By 11 o'clock, I think it got like just a shade above 50.
Oh, it did? Okay. Yeah.
Because that was the pivot point was 50-50.
Oh, I got it. Okay. Yeah.
So in the noon one, your pivot point was 50.25. So you actually would have only gotten like $29 back, right? If that was it.
That's right.
So yeah.
So that's great to know, man. That makes a huge difference as we're walking through these defined option contracts. It's actually huge,
Yeah, and it was because what happened was when we were doing the market, the 50-50 one, if you did that hedge, you could be slightly more bearish even because there was value to the one there was intrinsic value to the one to the downside, right? And that's why that trade, because the market went down, of course, worked out better.
Yeah, big time. And that's important to understand. What Tommy's saying is that, you're looking for the volatility, but if you feel like what I had felt then is that it was just going to go to the top of the strength that it had on the OPEC day. And, if we take a look at this, I just put this back up, what you're going to see is that that's, we went down to 49.61. The top of that day is 49.90, and that's where it rejected. It's like, okay, man,
Right.
And what that is, folks, is this: the first time down on any of these big volume spikes are very hard to take out. You can get into them, you test them. That's kind of that. Those tests give you kind of an understanding. Okay, is there any strength there? Is there weakness there? What's happening there? Because you get a picture that all those big institutions that are in. Well, when you go fundamentally, the theory is that, well, guess what? They're not going to let that get croaked. They just bought. You know what I mean? They get plenty of bread. They're going to come in and say, hey, I think I think this thing's going to go higher. So.
Sure. So that's why it especially made sense for you to go with the one with the pivot at 50-50, because if you were going with the pivot at 50-25 and you only thought it was going to get down to 49.90, well, that's only 35 cents away from where you're pivoting off from, which is the floor and the ceiling, and that's not even break even.
Yeah,
so
that's a huge problem. There's no doubt. Let's go take a look at these small caps. So the small caps, folks, Russell 2000 just doesn't want to give it up. The IWM yesterday, forget it. Since November 3rd, the IWM's trading at 114, and today is at 136. Pretty amazing.
Just to jump back before we wrap it up, natural gas too, now it's down. So it opened at 364, went up to 368, now it's at 362.
I love it.
Yeah.
You stay right there, folks. Tommy and I are coming right back. Dow right now down 7, NASDAQ up 8, S&P's up 2.5. We're going to be right back.
Has the current market volatility continued to stop you out of trades when the market spikes against you? Now is the perfect time to open up an account with Nadex. Nadex, the North American Derivatives Exchange, is a brand new, completely regulated Chicago-based exchange, and unlike most other exchanges, Nadex allows you to trade directly through them with direct market access when using their completely free trading platform, which also features real-time charts and full customization capability. One of the advantages of trading with Nadex in volatile markets is that your risk is always capped and you have the ability of keeping your trades open even when the market spikes against you. Nadex is completely brand new with a line of unique trading products that are unavailable anywhere else. See how it works at nadex.com. That's NADEX.com. Or click on the Nadex banner on the front page of TFNN.com. Futures and options trading involves risk and may not be appropriate for all investors.
Tom O'Brien's weekly gold letter, The Gold Report, gives complete and concise coverage of the entire gold market. Inside, you'll get Tom's commentary on gold, the dollar, the rand, the bond, the XAU, the HUI, and detailed coverage of nearly 25 mining stocks. He'll give you the entry price, price target, and stop price of each stock trade. The Gold Report is a long-term newsletter where the focus is on building real wealth through the management of a successful portfolio of gold stocks. With a lifetime of knowledge and almost 12 years of writing his informative weekly newsletter, The Gold Report, Tom O'Brien can provide you with the important market information to help you make better trades in the gold market. Don't let the next bull run in gold pass you by. To get a month-long free trial to The Gold Report, an $85 value, visit the front page of TFNN.com today.
David White's newsletter, The Technology Insider, is focused like a laser on finding the next big things in technology. If you had invested only $10,000 in Microsoft in 1986, you'd have been a millionaire by 2000. Disruptive technology like Microsoft's is the key to these massive long-term profits, and the Tech Insider is the vehicle from TFNN to capitalize on these opportunities. This is the go-to newsletter that identifies, monitors, and profits on mostly little-known cutting-edge companies with great long-term prospects. David's experience is as an inventor of Emmy-winning animation products for TV and Hollywood that propelled a company public. Match that with 14 years as a full-time trader, and he's uniquely qualified to guide you through the light-speed world of ever-evolving high-tech. If you're ready to ride the next big technology bull market for less than $40 per month, log on to TFNN.com and get your 2-week free trial to the Technology Insider. Get in on the ground floor of the next big thing today.
This segment is brought to you by TFNN. Test drive all the newsletters for free at TFNN.com.
Welcome back, folks. And as we go across the pond out here, the DAX right now, folks, that was up at 2% yesterday. It's up 1.5% today. You have the CAD up 0.8%. The FTSE's up 0.2. So bottom line is that Europe is catching a bid, no doubt, on the aspect that just as we get free money, they're getting free money too.
Yeah, I mean, they're going from what are they, 80 billion to 60 billion, but that's really just so that they can keep going and make sure they keep plowing money into the economy, basically.
Exactly.
Right?
Exactly. And so that's a big number. You know, when we take a look at the bond structure out here right now, the 10 years at 2.387 in the U.S. France is only at 0.8%. Germany's at 0.3. That's, you know, fundamentally that still just blows my mind. But guess what? That's what it is. You know what I mean? It's like, okay, Spain is at 1.5, Portugal's at 3.7. You know, we'll see where these rates go. But there's even, you know, when you, Tommy, when you and I were just talking with Kevin Hinks, that divergence is pretty intense, man. You know, that we are thinking of going up on rates, and they're not.
It is.
Yeah, they're saying, okay, we're going lower. It's like, well, the shift in money has got to be pretty dramatic there, because, you know, there's huge opening opportunities.
The currencies come back into it big time there, you know, of course, because you're dealing, if you're getting, you know, those rates, you're dealing in those currencies, and that's where you open yourself up either way. But
there's
quite a scenario in terms of how many variables come into it and how they all affect each other.
No, there's no doubt, man. There's no doubt. If we go take a look at the, just stay right there. If we take a look at some of the higher volume stocks out here, oh, 1 second. Sorry. Tom, can you just? I'm sorry, man. I'm bidding in the middle of this thing.
Sure.
That's all right. That's all right.
Let me just try and pull up.
No, that's all right. I got the. If we go to the XAU, the HUI, right now, would you have the XAU right now, folks, is trading at $82.42. You know, and what's intriguing here is that, and this continues to happen, folks, is that you have. The equities are still holding pretty tight, which is really pretty cool. The gold and silver equities, when the metals are having a tough time, man. You know, there's no two ways about that. The metals are absolutely having a hard time. Holding price.
And of course, just say, you know, metals, of course, you know, gold in dollars, gold in euros in terms of bonds versus dollars versus golds. You know, that's one of those big variables that will play out as those all come in.
Oh, it's you know, like this morning, you know, you saw the euro go up first, then it dove.
Sure.
Our dollar dove, and then goes topside. It's like, you got to be kidding me, man. This is just about as intense as you can get.
Yeah.
You know, so we'll see where this shakes out. Now, my take here, folks, is that when we're talking about shaking out, I expect, you know, that as we go through today, that we're going to see this happen out here today. You know, so this is going to be really wild watching this shake out. And now the real question is, what the heck happens to the market, though, right? You know, because what you have here, folks, is this: is that some of the highs that we're at inside the Dow, inside the S&P, are about as dramatic as you get. That being said, what also ends up happening is that the NASDAQ has not been able to hold price. And it's like, okay, what is that all about? I wish I knew. Oh, man, I'm telling you. You got to love markets, man. You know, think about it for a second, is that, you know, Apple still is under its highs when the market itself is so dramatically higher. It's like hard to comprehend. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah.
You know?
You know, there's been a lot of talk about that next iPhone 8.
And it's going to be really great, of course, right?
Yeah, that's what seems to be. That's going to be their, I guess, 10th anniversary or something like that. And regardless, though, that just kind of the 7 was an upgrade.
Okay.
The 8's going to be the big one that, you know, could be a completely different type of, you know, just a serious upgrade to even, you know, whether they have like curved glass or, you know, all these types of so maybe it's just waiting for that.
Yeah, no, I can see that. I mean, as far as I can see, there's no doubt that phones are running the computer business right now. I mean, you and I know how many times we use our phones as computers, and every day it's getting easier to do that. You know, that's the reality. There's no doubt about that. That's definitely getting easier to do that.
You know, and I know that Apple, in terms of selling their watches, I think they were saying that they're happy how they're going to holidays, and they're probably like close to the industry leader. I don't even know, but that's just because their mammoth numbers by themselves are amazing.
Yeah.
But in reality, that's not like a mind-blowing product that's going to change any type of dynamic right now. If somehow the phone becomes just a wearable itself, and then it's a watch, right? But as long as you have to have both, that's not going to be something that's going to be a game changer. As in, maybe they put out another phone that really is a game changer again, or just leaps and bounds ahead. But in terms of new products, it's just an upgrade of their products basically. And you see from the 6 to the 7, you'd struggle probably 95% of the population to say what's the difference between the 6 and the 7 right now.
Right.
It's better, right? Would just be the answer. Like, you really don't know in terms of it's just kind of upgraded, but unnoticeable to the eye, to all that stuff. So the 8 is going to be different for sure.
Yeah,
not for sure, but that's the articles I keep seeing, and it'll be probably a year. I don't even know when it's coming, but.
And it makes sense, because I think what also happens is that the more people that use them as a computer, the better it.
Yeah, they're just at that point at this point, Phones are computers for sure. The only thing separating them is screen size, really. So
exactly.
Yeah.
877-927-6648. Markets out here, folks. You get the Dow up 4, Nasdaq's up 11, S&Ps are up 4. We get gold down 480 at 1172, and good old King Dollar. King Dollar's up 902 ticks at 101.17. Bottom line, it's holding price right now. There's no doubt about it. You talk about wide movement, man. Holy cow. Now, the oil market, a little bit different. You got the XLE that went to a high, hasn't been able to hold that high. The XLF, what we have with the XLF, where is she? XLF, there she is. So the XLF right now is up 6 cents, 23.53. You stay right there, folks. Tommy and I are coming right back. Dow right now is up 2, Nasdaq is up 11, S&Ps are up 4. We're going to be right back.
Are China A shares hot or not? If you trade China A shares, now may be time to take a closer look. Trade CHAU or CHAD, Directions Daily CSI 300 China A share bull and bear ETFs. China A shares in either direction. Visit directioninvestments.com today. An investor should consider the investment objectives, risks, charges, and expenses of the Direction shares carefully before investing. The prospectus and summary prospectus contain this and other information about Direction shares. To obtain a prospectus or summary prospectus, please contact Direction shares at 866-476-7523. The prospectus or summary prospectus should be read carefully before investing. An investment in the funds is subject to risk, including the possible loss of principal. The funds are designed to be utilized only by sophisticated investors such as traders and active investors. Distributor Foreside Fund Services, LLC.
Hi, I'm Steve Rhodes, host of the Trader's Edge, heard daily at TFNN.com and author of Mastering Probability, a daily investment and trading newsletter service that I send out each morning by 8 a.m. My morning newsletter service covers exactly what the markets have been doing since last night's close, providing you with an edge on your trading day ahead. You get actionable trading ideas, including the exact entry, stop, and profit targets. Plus, I'll teach you the patterns and hidden market correlations that will make you a better trader. As a subscriber, you'll gain access to my 90-minute money management workshop, where I'll teach you the secrets that'll save your assets. The bottom line, I've got your back, including a 30-day money-back guarantee. See for yourself the type of analysis I provide each trading day by signing up for Mastering Probability today. With nothing to lose, this is an offer you should not pass on. Mastering Probability can be found under Trading Newsletters on the front page of TFNN.com.
It's 2016 and TFNN has a brand new programming lineup to kick things off. Starting January 4th, Swim Lessons by Thinkorswim and TD Ameritrade will be airing 5 days a week at noon Eastern Time. Join hosts Scott Connor, Kevin Hinks, and Cindy Faber as they host their daily options program live at noon 5 days a week with no commercials for the entire hour. Nico DeHaan and Paige Clark will be moving their program, Living a Primal Lifestyle, to twice a week, Tuesdays and Thursdays from 7 a.m. until 8 a.m. Eastern Time. Wake up with Nico and Paige and start your day off right. The Bull Bear Binary Option Hour by Nadex will now be live Mondays and Fridays at 10 a.m. Start and end the week with the three hosts, Tom O'Brien, Tommy O'Brien, and Daryl Martin, as they break down the world of trading binary options and spreads. For all the details on the new 2016 programming lineup, visit the front page of TFNN.com. TFNN, educating investors.
Catch Basil Chapman as he uses his Chapman Wave methodology to call the markets. The Tiger Technicians Hour, next on TFNN.
Welcome back, folks. Dow right now is up 6, Nasdaq's up 12, S&Ps are up 4. And don't forget, folks, we got our man, Mr. Basil Chapman, coming up next. He's going to be growling and prowling with you. Then we're going to go to Think or Swim headquarters, 12 to 1. We get swim lessons. We get Steve Rhodes coming up 1 to 2. Dave White. I'll be back this afternoon, of course, on Thursday, which we have Thursday right here, is that we have our man, Mr. Andy Hecht. Andy is going to be coming up from 5 to 6, as he does every Tuesday and Thursday. So lots of action out here, no doubt market-wise out here. Let me see what we got. If we take a look at the SPYs, when we take a look at the action, you're at 22 million shares. You know, yesterday you did we did 110 million. So we had the actual volume wasn't that bad inside the SPY. Now, inside the Qs, whole different ball game. The Qs just didn't have it. You know, the Qs did 26 million shares. 26 million was going against 30 million as well as 39 million. So we'll see where this whole thing shakes out in the next, won't be the next couple of days, because now we're still dealing with coming into the end of the year, Tom. I can't hear you. Okay, that's all right.
Here we go. You got me now?
I got you now. No,
there we go. I was wondering why you were talking over me. No.
Oh, my God.
I was just saying, yeah, it's Thursday of this week, which is remarkable how fast things fly, right? Tomorrow is Friday, and then we have 2 weeks remaining after that, basically. And we all know that the end of that second week coming in, the 23rd is Friday.
Right.
And we have back-to-back long weekends this year, which is nice in terms of Christmas falls on Sunday.
Yeah.
The market celebrates Monday. New Year's falls the first on Sunday, and the market celebrates on Monday. And so coming into both of those, the 23rd being Friday, it's just going to be
That's
a battle
pretty cool.
It is pretty cool. It's nice when they line up like that. Especially, right?
Oh, it's
For
huge.
sure.
I mean,
Yeah.
okay, what does happen when you're in the market like us, folks, what ends up happening, you don't get a lot of those. We don't get a lot of those at all, right? Yeah,
Right.
That's the reality. There's no two ways about that.
Hey, so I'm going to jump out of here early. You finish the show,
You go
okay?
do
Because
it.
I have an appointment.
That's a beautiful
Love you,
thing.
man.
Okay,
Thanks.
man. Have a great one.
Okay.
Have a safe one. And of course, the Dow up here. Let's see. So the Dow, we just went from. It's going to be wild if this is going to just be a creeper out here again, too, folks. Okay, we'll see where that shakes out. But the NDX 100, that is the one you want to keep your eye on. And we'll see whether it can catch a bid. The thing that's intriguing, of course, is that the market itself, the Dow itself, prior to yesterday, really was just laying there. It didn't look like it was going to catch a bid, and guess what? 300 points up like nothing. Like, as they would say, a knife through butter. That moved out there, and that moved out there pretty dramatically, pretty quickly, all of the above. So we'll see where this whole thing shakes out. If we do look at the Gold Bugs Index right now flat 183.51. And this baby is holding pretty good. And I suspect that is going to continue to build cause for a higher price. The S&Ps, actually the NQs, here goes, NQZ6. So the NQs out here, let's see how they're shaking out. So they're up $17 right now. They're going after the high. So this would be pretty cool. You actually want to see them hit that high. You know, the low of the high, which I was looking for, is 48.47. The high is 48.97. You're at 48.59. You stay right there, folks. And man, Mr. Basil Chapman's coming up right back. We appreciate the growling and prowling with us out here. Dow's up 12, Nasdaq's up 14, S&Ps are up 4.5. Basil's coming right up, folks. Have a great one. Have a safe one.
Since 1984, Basil Chapman has been using the Chapman Wave methodology to advise traders of his expert market opinion. While originally hand-drawing charts from the late 1970s into the 1980s, Basil noticed that prices under most circumstances virtually always had a certain number of legs to the upside before declining sharply. Later, Basil found that computer software, which included the standard market technical indicators, enhanced the degree of accuracy in calling price turns, as well as market trend calls. Thus was born the Chapman Wave sequence. Using the Chapman Wave methodology along with other indicators, Basil Chapman advises his subscribers of his expert market opinion each market day with his opening call newsletter. Right now, you can get a 2-week free trial to the opening call, Basil's daily trading newsletter, by visiting the front page of TFNN.com. Cancel at any time during that trial and pay absolutely nothing. Get your 2-week free trial to Basil's newsletter, The Opening Call, today by visiting TFNN.com.
This is TFNN.